Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. This is a panel quilt and this is a piece of fabric called panel fabric, and I've actually done a video on this particular piece and showed you how to put a border on it. So if you're interested in this panel fabric and how to put a border on it, then check below your YouTube screen for the video link. But in this video, I'm going to focus on the binding that I put on it. It's called flange binding. So let's take a closer look. In your normal quilt binding, you usually just have one color, one piece of fabric to wrap around the edges. But in flange quilt binding, you have an extra piece of fabric that is stitched to your other fabric here. When you use flange binding, you like to select colors that highlight and accent the quilt. So for instance, the reason why I picked orange and teal is that I have orange in my quilt and I also have teal. So that's why I chose those colors, because I wanted to highlight those. Here's how you would measure your quilt so that you know how much fabric to buy for your binding and how many strips you will need. So my particular quilt, the measurements on all the sides are listed right here. So then you total all those up, and mine come out to 206 inches. I'm going to divide it by the width of the fabric that I'm using for the binding. Most quilt fabric is anywhere between 42 and 44 inches wide. So you would use that width and divide it in to the total number of inches around your quilt. It comes out to 4.68. That's how many strips I would need. So I'm going to just cut 5 strips of each of my fabric. The amount of fabric that you will need for both fabric A and fabric B is 1/3 yard. Fabric A, you will need to cut your strips 1 3/4 inches wide, and fabric B, cut your strips 1 1/2 inches wide. Make sure your fabric is folded with the selvage edges together. When you purchase your fabric, the edges are probably not cut very straight, so you would need to cut that straight. So line your ruler up on one of the lines of your cutting mat, and I'm using a rotary cutter because you get much better accuracy, and then cut this edge straight. Now this is my fabric A, so this is the fabric that I'm going to cut 1 3/4 inches wide. So I'm going to move the ruler over 1 3/4 inches and cut. You would continue moving the ruler over 1 3/4 inches until you've cut out all of your strips of fabric. You would do the same method of cutting for your fabric B, except you're going to move the ruler over 1 1/2 inches. Then cut the selvage edges off on all of your strips. Bring the ends of all the strips front sides together and stitch 1/4 inch seam. And you do that for both fabric A and fabric B. Then at your ironing board, go and press all of these seams open. I wouldn't just finger press, I would actually use your iron and press those open. Take both your fabric A and fabric B and bring front sides together and line them up on one edge. Remember, your fabric A will be larger than fabric B. Stitch 1/4 inch seam all along the edge, all the way down. After stitching, press this seam all along the edge on the back side. Then unfold and press on top. And while you're pressing, you're pushing against the seam to force this seam to go all in one direction. Fold the binding in half, line up the edges up here, and press all the way down. And you will see there's just a little edge of the fabric A showing. Have the back of your quilt facing up. Place your binding along the edge of the quilt. You want to go down about 10 inches from the corner and place the binding. Make sure your fabric A is facing up on top. Stitch 1/4 inch seam, but make sure you go over about 4 to 5 inches from the end of your binding strip and begin stitching at that point. So stitch 1/4 inch seam down towards your next corner. When you approach your first corner, you want to stop stitching 1/4 inch away from your next edge. Then take it out of your machine and pull your binding out like this so that this edge is straight along with this edge, so they're even with each other. Then leave your thumb or finger there, fold it over, and make sure that this folded edge right here is even with this edge. Line your binding up along this edge here. Then continue stitching 1/4 inch seam starting from this farthest edge right here. Stitch all the way down to the next corner, and every time you come to a corner, fold it like this. As you're approaching the ends of the binding, you want to overlap them and then cut about a 1/2 inch overlap. Fold the quilt together like this so it'll be easier to bring your ends together of the binding. Bring front sides together and place pins to hold your ends, and then stitch a 1/2 inch seam right along there. Finger press this seam open, fold the binding, and then finish stitching 1/4 inch seam along here. To make it easier to fold the binding over the edges, I like to open the binding up like this, going away from the back of the quilt and pressing the seams all the way around. If you do this, you will find it a lot easier to get it to evenly fold around the edges. Now fold it over to the front side and place pins to hold. When you come to a corner, you'll notice you'll have a big bump there. So let me show you how to fold and pin it so you have this nice mitered corner. So make sure you have a pin on each side of the corner. Take another straight pin, press down, then push it towards this side, fold over, and then pin. And that's how you do your mitered corners. Have the front side of your quilt facing up, and it's on this side that you're going to stitch the binding down. You'll stitch right on the seam that holds the fabric A and B together. Don't stitch on top of fabric B, but you're stitching right on top of fabric A, but right on that seam, and do that all the way around. I hope you enjoyed this video. For other quilting projects, check below your YouTube screen for the video links. Thanks for watching, everyone, and happy sewing! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Click on the bell so you can receive notifications about my latest videos. I'm Cheryl, and this is Scotty, and this is Manny. See you next time, and happy sewing!